What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank. This is another episode of Roadie Reactions, and today we're going to be checking out the latest music video from Lorna Shore. Now, by the time you're watching this video, the music video has already been released, but at the time I'm sitting down to film this video is not out yet, and I'm super excited because this doesn't happen much. So I really gotta thank Lorna Shore and Century Media Records for giving me the privilege to do this early, because for me, there's nothing better than to listen to new music without any outside opinion and anybody telling me anything about it. So I don't say any of that to sound special because tons of other reactors and people get to see this early too, but I just say that because it's not out. I haven't seen anything about it. So this is brand new and it's gonna be fucking awesome, man. Now the single that we're checking out is the third single from their upcoming album, Pain Remains. And I was told they finally have a record release date. Pain Remains is gonna come out on October 14th, 2022 from Century Media Records. Pre-orders are going to be available by the time you see this. I'll drop links in the description where you can go check out all the stuff. And knowing these guys, they probably have a lot of different bundles that are available because they're pretty heavily involved with all their merchandise and stuff like that. Now, expectations for this? I mean, at this point, I think we all know what to expect with Lorna Shore. And for me, just beautifully controlled chaos. That's what I'm expecting with this. And these guys, in my opinion, have been knocking it out of the park for about the past year with their single choices and releases. So I expect this one to slam, man. So let's just jump into it. I will link this original music video in the description below. And today, I'm once again checking out Lorna Shore. And for the very first time, checking out their brand new music video for their song, Cursed to Die. Let's go. One quick thought before we start here. I was kind of thinking to myself when I set this up, maybe we're going to get a curveball here. Maybe this isn't going to be pure brutality this time around because we've been getting pummeled with some pretty damn heavy singles lately. I wonder if this one's going to be more like a And I Return to Nothingness that's like minimal breakdown and more heavy on the symphonics and guitars and, you know, just melodies and stuff, but been wrong many times before. Let's fucking go. God, Austin's snare drum is just fucking ridiculous. Oh, good beat change. You know, one of my favorite fucking things about Lorna Shore that I was thinking about recently is a lot of bands, when they write hooks for songs, it's usually with vocals. It's usually with vocal hooks and stuff like that. With Lorna Shore, it's more of the melody of the actual music and the instruments and stuff, man. There are so many Lorna Shore songs where the hook is actually like in a guitar riff or just the melody during the chorus rather than the vocals. I mean, just off the top of my head, like that signature guitar line in Immortal going into the chorus, like it's fucking monster. That's the part that's stuck in my head for so long. And I feel like that's what's going on with this too. That melody you're hearing in the beginning and then through that chorus, that's that hook right there. And I love how they implement this stuff in their music, man. Visually, really cool video. For me, a guy that likes to discuss gear and talk about gear, not a bunch of great looks, but we've reviewed and checked out Lorna Shore so much on this channel already that you can clearly see it's the same stuff we always see. Ibanez boys with guitars and bass. And then, you know, Austin, as we talked recently, is now a exclusive artist of Tama drums. No big deal. I think I said that the last time we talked about that too, and Meinl cymbals we can clearly see in some of the shots too. But I mean, at this point, they might as well just give Adam a signature RGD, because like that same RGD is the same one that keeps popping up in every video and every performance I see him do. This is great so far, man. And I am getting the vibe. This is not going to be a breakdown song. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's going to flow into a bridge of just solo work and nothing ridiculous in terms of like stupid heavy breakdowns. But we got a lot more to go. Those snare shots are like cracks of lightning. I was wrong. I want to hear it again. I was wrong. Sometimes I love being wrong. Jesus. That was, even still, I feel like kind of a more mild breakdown for Lorna Shore. Like, it's going to build back into that chorus, I would assume. Dude, Austin's drumming. Dude, the guy's a fucking machine, dude. And I know a lot of people say that about drummers. They're like, oh, this guy's a machine. Like, this guy doesn't get a break. Ever. And I know I talked about this in another video, but like when I went to their sound check in Nashville last summer when they were touring, I was helping out Austin just move his drums out of the way, like, you know, after their sound check. And he was telling me that he's had like a ruptured disc in his back for the whole summer. He's doing all this shit with a ruptured disc. Like, I've never had that happen, but my wife did. And I saw how much pain she was in. I can't believe that, dude. So the mixing on this is great. Like I said, Austin's snare drum sounds like a crack of thunder. I think I said lightning earlier, but thunder is the sound lightning makes. Just everything all around, man. So far, and we're only halfway through, this might be my favorite single release from this album so far. Just because I love the melodies and the musicality going on in a lot of it, but still got a lot more to go. Oh my God. Oh, there's Austin's break. Oh my God. Dude, musically, 100% my favorite song so far that we've gotten single-wise from this album. Dude, the reason I was freaking out there was when they came back in after that breakdown, I was fully expecting, again, that just pummeling double bass and blast beats. And where they just cut it down to the single kick pattern, man, what an awesome musical production choice on that, dude. This was awesome all the way around. Let's go talk more about it. I always say let's go talk more about it, but I mean, what else is there to say? You guys saw the same fucking thing I did, man. This band just, I mean, it's every time I hear a new song, I'm just super, super, super impressed. And I know there's people out there that are like, well, why do you do reactions that are always positive? And why do you always do bands that you like? And I'm like, because it's fun. Like, going into a reaction, if I already know I normally enjoy the band I'm checking out, I'm more apt to be into it and have a good time. And I mean, let's be real. Every time a band like Lorna Shore or Electric Callboy or Sabaton or somebody like that, every time they release something, I'm going to check it out because I love those bands. So why not, you know? But dude, this one, while I was wrong and we did get the breakdown that I wasn't expecting, musically, this did remind me more of And I Return to Nothingness. There was so much melody and stuff going on, and even some of the change-ups that I wasn't expecting, like Austin switching the drum pattern in a couple parts, actually. And then, again, just great solo work in the bridge. Everything on this all the way around is fantastic, man. Like, this new record that they have coming out, Pain Remains, is one of my most anticipated ones of the year because we got a small taste of what this band can do with Will singing with the EP And I Return to Nothingness. And now they've got Michael in the band, their new bass player too. And I've only got to assume that he tracked the bass stuff in the studio for this. He might not have. It might have been like Andrew and Adam if he joined at a later date. But the fact that these guys are a full 5-piece band again with 5 different minds that are contributing to everything, it's just fantastic, man. And, you know, I know we don't often see deathcore bands, and in their case more symphonic blackened deathcore, that kind of really blow up into the mainstream, but you're kind of seeing that right now, and for good reason. They're fantastic musicians. And I think, you know, I hate this term, but it's a thing. I think lately they have been suffering from success, and I say that because recently, I believe it was on Nick Nocturnal's Twitch stream, he had Finn McKenty on there as a guest, and Finn jokingly said, do people hate Lorna Shore yet? And he extrapolated on that and said, because there are a lot of metalheads and fans of other genres that when a band that they like that was kind of underground starts getting bigger, they immediately start hating that band. And you hear the term sellout all the time. I mean, when Lorna Shore was announced on that Bring Me the Horizon tour, tons of people are like, oh, they're selling out. How the is this selling out? They're still writing the same brutal ass music that they were writing years ago before they started getting big in the mainstream. I'm all for this, dude. Like, this stigma that bands need to like suffer, they need to be like suffering artists to like be legitimate, it needs to go away. Like, these bands grind for years touring in vans and trailers and living below their means because they can't afford stuff. That we want them to get success. We want them to get popular and be successful with their music. And from everything I see where I'm sitting right now watching Lorna Shore, I see them getting more and more successful each and every release they have. And that is fucking awesome. And in my opinion, everybody else should feel that way too. You don't want your favorite bands to just be struggling artists their entire career. But man, I enjoyed the hell out of this one. Again, mostly this one for me was the musicality of it, the melody, the instrumentation. Like, you know, a lot of focus during these reactions goes on Will. For good reason, he's a ridiculous vocalist. But for me, the music in this band is so fucking good, man. So that's about it. I'm just going to wrap it up so I don't keep rambling and, you know, all of that stuff. But just as a reminder to anybody still watching, October 14th, the new album from Lorna Shore, Pain Remains, will be released worldwide. I'll have links in the description where you can go check it out, pre-order, pre-save, all that good stuff that you can help support the band. So thank you to everybody that's a returning viewer. I appreciate you guys always watching. If you're new here, feel free to click subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, you can like it. If you didn't enjoy it, you can dislike it. You can share it. You can do whatever you want with it. But most importantly, thank you very much for your time and for watching this video. I'm on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server. I have a Twitch that I stream on from time to time. So if you want to jump on those with us, I'll throw links in the description. My handle on everything social media is @TankTheTech. Thank you so very much for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.